Mr. Carson, sir. Ray Carsillo, ESPN Radio. How you doing today? All right. Sir, you played on some of the best defenses ever with the Giants in the 80s. How would you compare the defenses that you played on with the Giants defense of today?
You know, the Giant defense from today might be a little bit more consistent than the Giant defense that I played for back in the 80s. We had one great year, the 86 season, and we dominated. But this defense, since the third game of last season, has really stepped up and really played well. And I've really been impressed with the talent level. There's nobody really of a superstar nature on this team. This really is a great defense that really has come together, and they work well together. They get after people. And when one guy gets hurt or one guy goes down, someone else steps up and they, fill in that void. So this really has been an outstanding defensive unit for the Giants the past season and a half.
Now, the Giants, of course, having many distractions off the field. How, as an athlete, with these distractions, do you think they're going to be able to try and push through and just block this out and concentrate on the next game with Philadelphia?
Well, I think Sunday was a good example. They stayed focused on what they had to do, and you just go and do what you have to do, and they have to deal with it, and unfortunately, you have that kind of distraction. But the true mark of a team is being able to put a distraction like that aside, don't let it bother you, and just move forward. I mean, I'm sure their heart is with their old teammate, Plaxico Burress, and my heart is with Plaxico as well. But you have to go on. It's about the team. It's about moving forward and trying to achieve the goal that's at hand, and that is becoming world champions again.
When you were an athlete, when you were still athletic, but when you were a player, I should say, were there any distractions that you can remember that really maybe took away from the team mentality, or was there anything that you can relate to with these guys that are going through right now? Well,
you always have distractions. I mean, we had a situation where one of the coaches died. We had a situation where a player passed away. We had a situation where a player was diagnosed with Hodgkin's disease, and you have these distractions, and it really does force you to sort of try to remain focused on doing the job. Sometimes you think too much about things that have happened, and football becomes irrelevant because you're thinking about the health of maybe a teammate, you're thinking about someone passing away, and football becomes very small and very insignificant. And then there are other times when you really maintain your focus and you go and you do what you are assigned to do.
Now, there's been a lot of talk recently about a possible Subway Super Bowl. What do you think the chances are of that, especially after the Jets' last loss?
Yeah, I think it's very premature to even, and I know New Yorkers have a tendency to want to go down that road. But, we still have a whole lot of football left to play. There are 4 games left. Anything can happen. The Jets showed that you can stink up the place on a Sunday, even at home. And so you have to take one game at a time and don't even think about down the road. You think about the next game.
If you had to put your money on one New York team, though, would it be the Giants or would it be the Jets?
I don't have any money.
Thank you very much, sir. Harry Carson, Hall of Fame linebacker, played for the New York Giants, played for the 86 Super Bowl champions, has no money. This is Ray Carsillo for ESPN Radio.